Alright, so this is going to be another one of the projects that I'm going to do. I'm going to actually do all 3 of these games, and this one is a guilty pleasure of mine, Final Fantasy XIII, just the 13 series in general. I've actually been a big Final Fantasy fan. If you couldn't figure out or haven't known up until this point, you know now. And although it's popular opinion strongly isn't in favor of Final Fantasy XIII or the series as a whole, this game was actually one that I was very attached to. It was there's going to be some parts in there that, of course, I'm not necessarily so attached to. It'll be blatantly obvious, and I'd happily point them out. But I've always had this small attachment to this game since it first came out. There's actually a story behind me completing this game for the very first time. It actually took me, I owned the game for like a good year, and thanks to someone who was pushing me to finally finish the game. Hey, get back to the menu screen. Get back to the menu screen. I'm not done yet. Go to settings then. But no, somebody who was special to me at the time really pushed me to finish the game, and then when I lost said person, I finally decided, you know what, I am going to finish this game. It's been long enough. And so I did, and then I did 13.2, 13.3 Lightning Returns right after it came out, so I just have a special attachment to the series for multiple reasons, and I actually really liked the series. Every Final Fantasy game has those parts where people can't stand, and this one obviously has its little quirks that I didn't like either. But the series as a whole was actually pretty good in my opinion, and I've played a lot, like I said, I've played a lot of Final Fantasy games. It's not the same style turn-based combat that your typical Final Fantasy game is used to, but it's one I'm attached to. So I'm going to shut up now and turn off subtitles, turn off speaker names. Yeah, blah 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 blah. If you hear meowing in the background, it's my butthole. Yeah. So, yeah, I am going to start this game, and I'm gonna do the whole series, of course. I'm gonna try to kind of do these in reverse order. So I'm gonna do 13, 12. After the 13 series, 12, I'm going to figure out how in some way, shape, or form to get that one played also. It's on PS2, and I have it. It's just a matter of finding a way to play it all the way through. And then 10 and 10.2 have remakes that just came out, so I'm going to obviously do those. Probably alongside this one, actually. And then 9, 8, 7, and going down the list from there, they're available on the PlayStation Network, so those will be done by me as well. So I'm going to eventually do a lot of the main series Final Fantasy games. Who knows? Maybe if I feel like it, I'll throw Tactics in there. But let's go ahead and get this started. It's a lot of cutscenes in this game. Pretty sure you're aware, but early on there's going to be a lot of watching, which is kind of what we're doing right now. Huh.
The 13
One
days
thing, though.
after we awoke were the beginning of the end.
Serious?
Be quiet.
Best of luck.
Damn.
out of the sea.
Baby Chocobo! Aww. She's epic.
So far, so good.
But I think we knew that.
They all want to fight.
Good for them. Give me that. What the?
Let the games begin. That's funny. She'll never run away. That's just not her style. She's more of a, I'm gonna go in guns blazing. Oh, pretty graphics gone away. But even the regular graphics are pretty damn good. Let's just be honest. Oh my god.
Hey, hey, hey! Let's be rational now.
Yeah, rational. He cracks me up.
It's in the big guns now. What do we do?
Watch and learn.
Alright, let the games begin. Okay, so this is one of the knocks of the game, is that the active time battle in this game is a little bit different. For sakes of understanding it, let's view the tutorial. Time flows continuously throughout battle. Watch as your ATB, active time battle, gauge slowly charges. Charging, 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 charging. Characters perform actions by expending charged ATB gauge segments. The actions which they perform depend on the commands you select. You can input entire strings of commands, then unleash them all at once. Select Auto Battle to queue up a set of commands tailored to your situation. Select Abilities to specify individual commands as you see fit. A description of each command will be displayed at the top of the screen, which is where it says stock a set of situationally appropriate commands. For now, try selecting the Auto Battle command. Move the cursor to Auto Battle, then press X to select it. Land on it. 2 attack actions have just been placed in your command queue. As you learn new abilities, you will use commands other than attack. It will also become possible to create longer strings of commands. Next, you will need to choose the target of your attacks. When fighting multiple enemies, select your target using the directional pad and then press X to confirm it. You only face one enemy this time, so the choice is simple. Press X to confirm your target. Stop meowing, kitty! And you will execute your 2 attack commands immediately. Once you have finished your attacks, enter more commands and continue fighting until you have defeated the enemy. Note that you will only be able to control the actions of Lightning. Saz will fight on his own, supporting her as he deems best. Good luck. From here on out, how you fight is up to you. And tutorial. Call it a day. So, yeah, I'm attacking this thing. Obviously. Pretty much this fight's just, in its own little way, mash X and move on. But yeah, the battling style is part of what people are so upset about. But I mean, if you really think about it, it's not too different. Oh, cutscene. Run away!
Not so tough now, huh?
Don't be back talking.
Hey, that wasn't like a challenge now, all right? Hey! Time to go! I'm coming!
Jump!
Stick the landing!
This thing won't give up.
And back to battle. I love the music though. The music in this game is spectacular. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying before, one of the things that they didn't like, that a lot of people said they didn't like about this game, was the active time battle reboot. It's not too far off from the previous active time battle schematics. The only difference between what it is in this game and what it was in previous games is, one, you have an auto battle feature. Two, you don't control every single character all in one time. You only control one character at a time. The others do, like they were saying, as they see fit. And then, that shouldn't kill me. That shouldn't kill me. I hope it doesn't. Oh my god! Just play safe. Okay. Yay, Saz. But yeah, well, the main difference is where you can only control one character at a time now in this particular game series. And then you can do more than one move, though, at a given time. So like an example, instead of doing attack, let's say you learned fire. You can do fire attack or attack fire. You can do like a different combination of moves. So it's still just as complicated as it was before. So I think the active time battle now is actually greatly improved since it was back in the day. And then if you remember, like Final Fantasy X, it was purely turn-based, which was ridiculous. But it worked.
We did it. Oh, hey!
Whoa! Whoa, what?
Aren't you supposed to protect civilians, soldier? I mean, you are Sanctum, aren't you? What are you doing trying to stop the purge? Why don't you tell me that?
I was a soldier.
Hey,
She
where
was
do you
a
think
soldier.
you're going? Man. Chocobo, we just can't catch a break, can we? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh well.
So she just jumps down all awesome like, and he's just like, eh,
I'm getting too old.
eh. But now that we hit a point in the game where we can actually kind of do a little bit of moving around, there's one other thing that a lot of people didn't like about this game, is that it's linear. It's not all free roam like previous games are. Yes, please. Up, down, left, right, no. Up, down, left, right. That one. There we go. That's better. Daylog. It's basically a journal.
You sure we can get through here?
Up, down, left, right-ish. It's kind of a very quirky camera. But yeah, one of the things that people are like, oh no, I don't like this game, is because it's linear. There's no free roam elements to it. You can only go on your like set path. Which isn't so bad. I mean, if you compare this game to like the likes of Final Fantasy X, which was also very linear, it's not too different. You don't know? People are just, I don't know. Yeah, these are old files. Old files. So, create a new file. I'll delete those later. It's been a long time. Been a long time. It's been about a year since I started it the first time and actually finished it. But we can shop. Unicorn Mart. Buy. Have not enough money to buy very much. But we have 16 potions, so I guess we're good there. Can we sell anything? And we got nothing to sell. So this is, so far, useless. Anyway. So let's continue. Hey look, some enemies. Enemy encounters. Many and various enemies stalk the roads that you must travel. Upon entering an enemy's detection radius, the mini-map in the upper right corner of the screen will flash a warning. Coming into contact with an enemy will initiate a battle. Meaning that, in some ways, you could avoid a battle if you really tried. Oh, it looks like I got the jump on him. Preemptive strike. So if they don't notice you and you come in contact with an enemy, you can preemptively strike them. Which is really cool. So if you saw in the top right corner those percentages and that orange bar, that's
What do you suppose this is?
it's the same thing that those creatures were coming out of. But the percentage thing is called staggering, which will give us a tutorial on probably at some point later. But basically what that is, this is kind of cool, kind of jump buildings and stuff. But basically what that is and what that does is if you stagger an enemy, they become stunned. So they become really ridiculously weak for a time. And you can do massive amounts of damage during the time that they're staggered, which doesn't last forever. Some enemies are really hard to stagger, some are really easy to stagger.
I'm sticking with you.
They'll give us a tutorial at some point, giving a little bit more of a detailed explanation, but basically the goal is early on, just it's really not going to matter, because everyone's ridiculously weak anyway, just a couple of hits will kill them. But staggering becomes super, super, super important in all three games. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Anyway, let's continue. You're next. And you're next. Blitz is actually a really neat move. If you use Blitz and there's multiple enemies close to each other, you can attack multiple enemies at a time. It's actually a really neat move. So if you go up against like a horde of a bunch of enemies, it's a pretty neat way, especially early on, to get rid of them quickly. So that was cool. So far I've yet to get a 5-star, less than a 5-star rating, so far so good. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're a little slow on the intake there, Saz. Woo. Oh hey, look. I'm gonna check them out. That's Saz. He's the gunner, basically, of the game. Lightning's basically the warrior. Just keeping it simple. Keep it simple. All they know is attack, and she knows blitz, so pretty simple right now. We don't really have any items or accessories, so we're pretty low on the intake there at the moment. Inventory. Got some stuff here. We'll go over that. Map. I just want to get rid of the exclamation points because they drive me crazy. Takes care of that. Chapter 1, deliver that, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Not too worried about that. There we go. Exclamation points gone. But that's how you pause. And this is this game's version of treasure chests. Are these spheres that kind of just float around. You tap them, they open up, give you an item. That was kind of cool. Oop, cutscene. Kind of.
Not wanting to get purged, I get. But taking on trained soldiers?
Better to die than get sent to Pulse. It's hell without the brimstone.
Yeah, well, hell's not sounding too bad. Because this place ain't exactly paradise.
Domesticated peacekeepers. Nothing to worry about.
Maybe not for a soldier girl, but I'm trying to say, hey!
Shh, she ain't scared. These guys are just wimps to her. Alright. Let's take care of the warden first. Takes care of the warden. Let's take care of these panther-like creatures now. Which are a lot stronger, but if you couldn't tell, see the orange bar? They stagger very easily. You can do massive amounts of damage to them very quickly. always thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, all enemies are ridiculously wimpy early on, so let's just take them all down. Take them all down. Yeah, that's that. Bam! 5 stars, and all I had to do was mash X. Gotta love that. Early on, mash X, boom, insta win. Insta kill. Sorry, was that a copyright? There's a couple more potions. The more the merrier. Potions, oh my god, bad camera. Okay, potions become really important as the game goes along. You can take my word for that. Meow. Say hi. Say hi, kitty. Meow. Hey. Fine, don't say hi. They don't want to hear you anyway. Jump, jump, jump.
You must be real nice from up there.
Bring it on. We got a flyer. Oh, but we also got another preemptive strike, so flyer goes first. I believe, if I remember correctly, he's the stronger of the two, so let's take him down. Okay, this guy's pretty strong in his own right, too. You know, Saz has these weird stances when he shoots. Lifts his leg up, shoots through his legs. I don't know. Maybe there's something about shooting guns in war battle that I don't know about, I guess. I don't know. I always thought it was weird. I guess it could make sense. Woo, look at that. Bring it on. And as per typical always, gonna try to keep the videos under 30 minutes if possible. It's just gonna stick to using Blitz, it's quicker. It's a faster move, it can attack more than one enemy. That was 25 seconds, look at that. Attack multiple enemies, just take them down. Alright. Yeah, another cutscene.
Preemptive strike.
Rebels. So much for the element of surprise.
Yeah, that was the worst preemptive strike I have ever seen. I know how to use items. I don't need your assistance. If you couldn't tell already, you use items, you go here, bam, use an item. I mean, really? I used a... oh, well, at least I tried to use a potion in the first little fight that we had. And really the only items that are particularly useful early on are potions and Phoenix Downs. In this game, Phoenix Downs, later down the road, just like in the past couple of games, you can have 3 party members at a time. Right now, there's of course only 2. Lightning, who I am, the woman. Oh, sweet lord. Wow, didn't see that coming. Jeez.
Do we turn back?
There's no time.
Then what do you suggest we do?
Quiet.
Hey! Wait! No, don't leave me!
Let go!
The hell no! You're my only way out of here! No!
Shh.
Hey, that might get us across. Right there.
Saz broke it.
Right?
Looks that way.
Shh. She's a little on the pissy side. Yeah, she was just gonna ditch him. What a bitch.
Alright, you leave this to me.
And this is the character we are? We can't. I want to change characters. I don't want to be you anymore. These guys.
Hey, this way. Come on.
Now who's ditching who, Saz? Is that your vengeance? You're gonna break her things and then ditch her? I see how you are. She's a little talkative today. If you can hear the meowing in the background, yeah, that's my cat. Being a little chatterbox. So if you custom your own combination of attacks, you can just go hover over abilities, hold the right. Oh shit. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. You hover over abilities, hold the right on the directional pad, and then press X, and it'll repeat the same combination you did before. In case you were wondering how I was doing that. Cutting out all the keying in stuff. Keeps life simple. Yeah, I almost died for a second there. Jeez. See how easy that was? Yeah, me neither. 5 stars. I'm on a roll. Alright, let's go.
Work in order.
Get on here, let's go. Push the buttons like she knows what she's doing. Send the weird elevator thing down. Jump across. And let's go. And boom. Cutscene.
Deportees, are we? Weapons down. I'd hate for this to turn ugly.
Turn ugly?
He wants to kill us without a fight.
Time's up!
Yeah, how epic is that? Attack chain tutorial. Explains attack chains and staggering enemies. Since I talked about it, let's watch it. To initiate an attack chain, first select auto battle or attack from the abilities menu and choose the XIII Marauder as your target. Alright. See the bar displayed beneath your target's name? This is known as the chain gauge. Keep an eye on the chain gauge as you strike. When you attack an enemy, its chain gauge fills. Hit home, and the percentage beneath increases. The percentage is called the chain bonus. The more times you hit an enemy, the more damage it'll take from subsequent attacks. Continue pummeling the XIII Marauder, boosting your chain bonus until the gauge is full. So, we'll do just that. Bam! Stagger. Once the chain gauge is full, one further blow will stagger your foe. A staggered enemy takes greater damage when attacked. Chaining attacks to stagger powerful adversaries is essential to defeating them. Be aware, however, that an enemy's chain gauge begins to drain the moment it is staggered. Once the gauge is empty, the enemy will no longer be staggered. That's the time limit that I was telling about earlier. Every enemy has a different stagger time limit. But since this one's in particular staggered, let's just beat the shit out of him until he's dead. Destroy. Destroy. So basically we learn in time that there's easy ways to stagger an enemy. Early on it gives us just a very limited amount of attacks that we can choose from. So staggering an enemy like this early in the game is really difficult to do. Unless it's an enemy that's really weak and is easy to stagger. But later in the game they give you all the tools you need to make staggering super easy. Hey look, 5 more stars. Look how awesome we are. Anyway, let's find a save point.
Soldier. What's your angle? What? Classified military info? Huh? What's the matter? You quit, didn't you? Did you think I'm gonna go out there and just tell everybody your secrets?
My angle. I'm after the Foul Sea. Still happy you tagged along.
Didn't have a choice.
That's kind of what I was thinking. He probably would have died on his own. He's not much of a soldier. Spoiler alert, though. He's a hell of a pilot. We'll give him that. Anyway.
Citizens, I would like to thank our brave pioneers and express our best wishes for a successful relocation.
Oh yeah, that's going well.
Noble and selfless sacrifice ensures the continued safety and peace of our society. Were it not for this remarkable gesture, every resident of Cocoon, your family, your friends, your neighbors, would be exposed to the dangers of the world below. By choosing to leave Cocoon and participating in this migration.
Migration? More like extermination.
Huge. You stay here.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
These people need heroes.
Cheesy alert.
Here. You keep your cool, and they will too. You got it?
Got it.
What's our motto?
The Army's no match for Nora.
That boy.
So that's Snow. That's my favorite character in the game. Although he's ridiculously cheesy, he's bullheaded, super stubborn. He's a altogether down-to-earth and cool guy. So let's open this. Get some money, 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 money. All right. So this is what we're going to do from here. We're going to go ahead and saving the game. And I'm going to end the episode here. So, first episode, introduction to the game, introduction to Lightning and Sass. And for this episode, we're going to introduce Snow and Company. And go from there. My cat's annoying me anyway. Gotta figure out something to shut her up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye! Bye-bye. Bye-bye.